people, what up, what's good? We back with the OTA vids. Y'all know what we do in these videos. We look at the changes, we talk about them. We got some cool nerfs, some cool buffs. Spend a few minutes, man, talking about these cards. So we got Dagger, Aranya, Spectrum, Namora, Leader, Sandman, Miss Marvel, and Luna Snow. Interesting set of cards, man. I feel like I don't even hear anything about a lot of these cards, so I'm excited to talk about these with y'all, man. Make sure you hit that like button and let's get it. Hold on, let me zoom out a little bit. Dagger, you a little bit too big. You know what I mean? Let's zoom out. All right, so they nerfed Dagger, man. This is interesting. So she went from 2-0 plus 3 to 2-2 plus 2. So I mean, they gave her a little bit of power to compensate for the nerf, but it's clearly a nerf, right? Because let's say you move into a full lane. She went from 212 to now what, 210? I mean, 210. You know what I'm saying? It's still really good as far as like 2-cost cards, because who else can even produce that much power? I mean, of course you have to play her alongside, you know, something like Heimdall or Ghost Spider or something like that. But I mean, that's still really good. I'm very shocked that she got nerfed though. Like, obviously, you guys, I've been away from the game for like a week, so. But even before then, man, I didn't really see any like move decks with Dagger or move bounce decks. You know what I mean? That pissed me off. So I actually want to read a little bit of this. I know I kind of scaled back on reading during these videos, but let's go ahead and read this, man. The move bounce deck has been a top contender at High Infinite for a while now, but that strength wasn't really proliferating down into the wider metagame for the most part. Given that, we decided to let them fight and see if the top players could crack their own metagame. However, over the last few weeks, we've seen the deck solidify its position and even start to surge across other audiences. So we decided to take some balance at a word. So the top players were spamming the move bounce, and now they said the scrubs are using it. So we don't want the scrubs to use it, so we gonna nerf it. I got you. Interesting, man. Like I said, I didn't see this. Obviously, y'all, I'm what, like rank 88, so we ain't nowhere near top player in the game. But it's tough, man. Of course, she's still good. Like I said, you throw her on a move deck, throw Heimdall, Madam Web, or even I really like to do, and I don't use this frequently, but I really like to do like Ravonna with Ghost Spider, Sage. You know what I mean? That type of thing. Kate Bishop, because you can move her with one of Kate Bishop's arrows as well. You know, Viper the Hood. She works really good on that type of deck as well, man. So what y'all think of young Dagger getting nerfed? It's tough in my opinion, but it is what it is, man. But rest of the cards got buffed, man, and young Aranya is one of those cards that got buffed. So it says kind of they buffed her because they nerfed Dagger. That makes sense to me. Keep the move deck, you know, strong. I feel like move decks have come a long way, bro, especially with Madam Web and Scream. Scream doesn't really count as a move. I guess it's kind of like a moving your opponent's cards type of deck, but I really like move decks now, man. I feel like they're all good. Sure, they're never really a top threat, but they're all good. And I'm never mad to see like a move card getting buffed, especially Aranya, bro. Just given the fact like she was one of the first activate cards, it really sucks that she isn't used as much as she is. But hopefully this buff does something about that, man. I can't wait till I get my hands on this card. And unfortunately, they probably not gonna series drop her after a buff, but we gonna find out come March, man. What y'all think of Aranya? You like it? You dislike it? Or do you not even have the card like me? Right? But let's keep it going, man. Big Spectrum with the buff too. So they buffed Moonstone recently, right? So Moonstone, Mystique, you know, Moonstone, Mr. Fantastic is really good. Obviously, like Patriot as well. So I like buffing the ongoing cards. They just buffed Onslaught a little while ago too. It's always tough to decide who you want to run when it comes down to an ongoing deck. Like, I feel like more often than not, even though they don't exactly do the same thing, I feel like Onslaught, I always personally lean more towards using Onslaught every single time. And sure, like you can do some stuff with Spectrum, like let's say you're running Colossus, for example. You really have no use for Onslaught in like with Colossus, so you get the Spectrum booster Colossus. I mean Ebony Maw, you know what I mean? Like some of the lesser, the here's the thing, the worst ongoing cards fit better with Spectrum. So I feel like you're always making the wrong choice running Spectrum, because all of the better ongoing strategies, whether that be Living Tribunal, Claw on Onslaught on top of Claw, Onslaught on top of like the Moonstone stuff we were talking about, Onslaught on top of literally all the good ongoing cards, you just use Onslaught with them. So it's tough, man. I really want to find use for this card. Personally, I like the buff, man, because I feel like she do need some love. I feel like 6'8" wouldn't even be that bad, but maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Y'all, what do y'all think of Spectrum, man? I like the buff. I feel like she needs some more though. I definitely feel like she needs some more though, man. What y'all think? Let me know in the comment section. Right. Another real underrated, real underutilized card right here, Nomura. I also don't have Nomura as well. It's the problem with Nomura. There's no problem with Nomura. It's just the fact that it's so easy to get it's so easy for your opponent to disrupt you, like with Guardians, with Kate Bishop putting cards on putting the acid arrow. Not Guardians, my bad, Goblins. You got Kate Bishop with the acid arrow, you got Debris. I know you got some other stuff, I can't think of it off the top of my head, but there's just so many situations where you want more than one card, and it's so obvious and easy to see when your opponent is going for a Nomura, because they probably got Wong in the mid lane, and then they probably, you know what I'm saying, it takes so long to set up, but by the time you get your Nomura, like your double Nomura or whatever, I can just Cosmo you, I could clog your lanes up, I can Red Guardian your Wong, I can Rogue your Wong, Spectrum. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough, and even then, even without Wong, like that +5 is usually not enough to just win the lane with one card, and then you give it +5. Even with Odin, Nomura goes off twice, you get that +10 on each side. Just with one card, it's hard, man. It's hard. It's I feel kind of the same way about Spectrum. Like all of the strategies that you really want to use Nomura for are just not the optimal strategy. So it's tough, man. What y'all think of this? I like the kind of really the same opinion. I like it. I wonder, does she need some more love too? I feel like a lot of, and since this is a short patch, y'all, let's just let's talk about 5-cost cards in general, man. I feel like a lot of these cards need help, bro. Like and this is not the video for this, we're gonna get back into the patch, but if you analyze, right, if you analyze every single cost, I feel like 5 cost has the most irrelevant cards. At every single cost, I feel like the 5 cost cards are the least important. That might be a hot take, crazy take, but hey, man, that's what I believe, bro. I feel like a lot of these, like outside of Ajax, you know what I mean, Blue Marvel, I mean, it's some good cards in here, but I feel like a lot of them are not as good as they need to be, bro. What y'all think, man? Let me know in the comments. I like the Nomura buff though, for sure. Leader, big leader, 6'4" to 6'3". See, these 3 cards suffer the same problem, bro. It's really no reason to use leader anymore when you have Arsham in the game. Like that Sandman leader stuff was cool, but now that you can get extra energy and extra cards and be able to play more than one card on a turn with Arsham, just makes it so that all the electro stuff is like, it's just not even worth using anymore. Sure, it's probably still okay, but you're not going to see it, because why would I use electro when I can use Arsham, right? But they buffed him, kept his ability the same, right? So he not pre-patch leader where he copying your whole lane, right? But I don't think it's gonna be enough, man. I'm curious to see what it does. Same thing with Sandman, you guys. Like, they gave him an extra cost, but I mean, Sandman sure you got. I see some people saying like Sandman is good against Bullseye, but so is Luke Cage, so is Red Guardian, so is Mobius, right, for those swarms. You know what I'm saying? So again, bro. And of course you can do that Sandman, that Sandman Ultron type of thing as well, but I don't know, bro. Like I said, I like all the buffs. I just don't think that they make a difference. And once again, it's just my opinion, bro. I'm wrong plenty of times, but it's just how I feel about it. Miss Marvel put her in the cash, went ahead and buffed her back to 4-5. She was 4-5 originally, and she was like, you only needed, like, she was literally better than Namora when she first came out. But now they just gave her that 1 point back. Pretty cool, man. I really only like her in a Thor Beta Ray build type of deck, because you could throw Thor on one side, throw Beta on the other side, throw Jane on one of those sides or in the middle, and then put Miss Marvel down on turn 6. Put your hammers down on both sides. You probably got like a 1 cost card, a 2 cost card, right? So you got a lot of leeway with that. I also feel like she's pretty decent in like a War Machine deck, because let's say you're able to lock down the locations with Legion by that last turn. Let's say you don't want to commit to like a Doctor Doom, you can throw Miss Marvel in the middle and then play that extra 2 cost card as well. But I like it 4-5. I don't think they should change her ability back to what it used to be. Like, it kind of didn't really make sense that she buffed before there was multiple cards. So I mean, it's cool, man. It's cool. We gonna see about it. Sophisticated Namora decks, nah, it won't work, bro. It's not gonna work. And then last but not least, Luna Snow, man. And we just gonna scroll back up to the top while we talk about Luna Snow. And another interesting card, bro. I feel like Luna Snow at this point is really just the better version of I forgot her name, that's how bad she is. The better version of Crystal, right? Because you're benefiting both yourself and your opponent. Sure, you could do some stuff like Luna Snow and the Red Guardian, you know what I mean, to just clog them up. Or Luna Snow and the Sarah get like costs, get extra energy and lower costs, right? But I mean, there's a lot better ways to do something like that, right? Like a turn 3 Psylocke will get you a turn 4 Sarah, you know what I mean? And again, you're clogging your lane up, and it's gonna get destroyed. So it's not even like you can really synergize, like play Luna Snow into an Ant-Man lane, or really even fit her on like a Khazar type of deck, because the thing is gonna get destroyed, right? So it's tough. I like the buff. Makes sense to make her even better version of Crystal if they're gonna keep her at a Series 5 or maybe drop her down to a Series 4. But I don't know, man. What y'all think? Very interesting set of cards they chose to work on this patch, y'all. And like I said, man, I don't know how much of a difference this makes. Maybe it wasn't meant to make that big of a difference, right? Like, it's no crazy changes, no insane changes, but I like all of them, man. What y'all think? Let me know in the comments. As always, y'all be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We're on the road to 4K subs. I appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.